Good morning to all of you. Finally, the day designed by destiny has come. This day was in the dream of every parent as they crossed the gates of the kindergarten, holding the hands of their toddler. This is a moment of pride for all the students, parents, teachers, and all their dear ones. We will begin the Commencement Day program at 9:45 a.m. and it will end at around 12:30 p.m. As we are about to begin the day's program, I request all of you to be seated. The processional is entering the auditorium. I request all of you to rise and receive the dignitaries. The Director of Little Rock Indian School, Professor Matthew C. Nainan, the Commencement Day Speaker, Dr. Sandeep Shastri, and the Guest of Honor of the Day, Dr. Shailaja Shastri, are being accompanied by the Deputy Director, Mrs. Lali A. Matthew, Professor, Principal Dr. John Thomas, and other dignitaries. The flag bearers of the processional are Swada of Class 10B and Abhishta C. Nayak of Class 10B. As we remain standing, let us all bow our heads and offer our prayers to the Almighty. Please be seated. Commencement Day is one of the most meaningful and symbolic events in the lives of every student. It's a time to reflect on the sacrifices of many people, celebrating accomplishments, and looking forward to the future with great hope and excitement. Everyone in this auditorium has made an impact on the lives of the students seated here. We appreciate your presence today and feel truly honored to have you here on this important day. May I now request our principal, Dr. John Thomas, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. Honored guests on the dais, esteemed parents and grandparents, respected teachers, and my dear students. It's with immense joy and profound gratitude that I stand before you today to welcome the gathering on this auspicious occasion, the most solemn ceremony of Little Rock, the Commencement Day. Students, it's a time to celebrate with your friends, teachers, and parents who have helped you in all your initial years of your student life and made learning fun. First and foremost, I welcome Professor Matthew C. Nayanan, our director, for being with us today and presiding over this function. Our director is a visionary who has the divine ability to transform words and deeds into flesh and blood of reality and experiences. A hearty welcome to you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have Dr. Sandeep Shastri as our chief guest to deliver the commencement speech. On behalf of Little Rock family and everyone gathered here, I offer a pleasant welcome to you, sir. I extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Shailaja Shastri. Madam, we are deeply honored by your presence here today. I take great pride in welcoming our Deputy Director, Mrs. Lally Abraham Matthew. It is her motherly care that hovers over and shields the entire family of Little Rock. An affectionate welcome to you, Madam. I extend a hearty welcome to the trustees, school managing committee members, heads and staff of our sister institutions. I also welcome our vice principals, Mrs. Julie S. Lewis and Mr. Harikrishna D., who are the supporting pillars of the school administration. I extend a cordial welcome to you, Madam and Sir. My heartfelt welcome to the parents, grandparents, families, and guardians gathered here. Your constant support, sacrifices, and love have been the guiding force behind the success of our students. Today, as we celebrate their achievements, we also celebrate your dedication and commitment to their education. A special welcome to each one of you. I extend a warm welcome to our esteemed faculty and staff. Your tireless efforts, passion for teaching, and dedication to nurturing the minds of our students have played a pivotal role in shaping their futures. A gracious welcome to each one of you. Finally, the stars of the day, our outgoing students of classes 10 and 12, who have been an integral part of the school and have always supported and carried out the vision and mission of the school. A loving welcome to all of you, children. Students, you are getting ready to say goodbye to your school. I urge you to remember the lessons learned within these walls, cherish the friendships gathered, and hold fast your dreams. Let's also reflect on the journey that has brought us to this moment, the challenges overcome, the obstacles conquered, and the triumphs celebrated. Look ahead with hope, optimism, and a renewed sense of purpose. For every end marks a new beginning, and as you bid farewell to one chapter, you eagerly anticipate the adventures that await the chapters yet to be written. Ladies and gentlemen, let's embrace this day with open hearts, gratitude, and joy. Let's celebrate the achievements of our students, the dedication of our teachers, and the constant support of our families. Once again, welcome to our Commencement Day. May this ceremony be a testament to the power of knowledge, the beauty of learning, and the boundless potential that resides within each and every one of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome. I request our Deputy Director, Mrs. Lally A. Matthew, to present bouquets to Dr. Sandeep Shastri and Dr. Shailaja Shastri. Thank you, Madam. Dear students, you have been born and educated in an era of technology that was only in fiction when we teachers were students. But your school has provided you with quality education, opportunities for advancement and enrichment. It has also taught you essential life skills like critical thinking, decision making, problem solving, and the need to be confident and responsible citizens of our country. Anvita Kodavur and Kriti K. Shetty of class 12, representing all of you, are here to say what it was like to be students of Little Rock Indian School.
A very good morning to all gathered here. I, Anvita Kodavur,
and I, Kritika Shetty of class 12A,
feel deeply humbled and honored to have got this opportunity on this great occasion to pay a loving tribute to our alma mater, Little Rock. Today, as we stand on the threshold of a new chapter of our life, I'm filled with overwhelming joy and nostalgia, reflecting on our journey together. Over the past 14 years, this school has been for us our sanctuary, our playground, and a sanctum of education.
we were the COVID batch of class 10, the ones who weathered the storm of uncertainty and faced challenges that no previous batches had ever encountered. So, we can say that we are more resilient. When we were in class 10, we witnessed the world around us shift dramatically. What we lost due to the repercussions of COVID, we gained in fortitude, resilience, adaptability, and a newfound appreciation for the little moments of togetherness.
It was in class 11 and 12 that we reclaimed what was lost. We came together, stronger and more determined than ever to make the most of our time in school. Our academic year started with many informative seminars during the vacation classes. We observed important days such as Founders' Day, in which class 12 was involved in a special manner. Teachers' Day celebration in the month of September was one of the most awaited days. Our sports days became symbols of unity, of camaraderie, and of indomitable spirit that defines our class. As athletes, we practiced tirelessly, pushing our limits, sacrificing sleep, and sometimes even skipping classes to hone our skills on the field, on the track, and on the court.
The joy and happiness seen on our faces when we had to go for the school day practice is really unmatched. Dancers practice their expressions, and most singers their tones, and actors their roles in the skit. Finally, when the program turned out to be successful, our happiness knew no bounds.
We were once the wide-eyed juniors, looking up to our seniors with admiration and awe. It's a surreal feeling to realize that now we are the seniors, the ones looked up to, the ones responsible for setting the tone, the standard and the example for younger generations.
The exhibition conducted by classes 11 and 12 this year was really a memorable one. For 2 days, continuously standing in labs and explaining the concepts to our juniors was not an easy task. These 2 days made us realize how tirelessly our teachers work for us.
Undoubtedly, our teachers play a major role in molding us. And how can we forget the non-teaching staff who work behind the curtains to make the most of our school time comfortable?
As we reflect on our journey, we cannot forget the teachers who guided us, the friends who stood by us, and the families who supported us at every step. They encouraged us when we faltered, and they celebrated with us in our moments of triumph. We feel a deep sense of gratitude for the love, care, and support we have received from all of them.
The words of wisdom of our director, Professor Matthew C. Ninan, and our principal, Dr. John Thomas, will always remain with us wherever we go. The motherly love shown by our deputy director, Mrs. Lali A. Matthew, which makes us feel at home, cannot be erased from our memory.
Most importantly, let us never lose the sight of lessons we have learned, the friendships we have forged, and the memories we have created together. As we venture into the unknown, let us carry with us the values of perseverance, empathy, and integrity that we have developed as a whole class.
It gives us a feeling that we joined Little Rock just a few days back. Time flew by so fast that tomorrow we are going to be the part of alumni of Little Rock. I just can't believe it.
It is said, every beginning has an end and every end is a new beginning. Today, as a bid farewell to all the familiar faces and halls, let us embrace the future with open arms, with hearts full of hope, and with minds ablaze with possibility. Congratulations, class of 2023-24. Our journey may have come to an end, but our adventure is just beginning. Thank you.
Thank you, Anvita and Kriti. You have truly captured the essence of your academic journey and expressed how you value your alma mater. Well done, children. We have reached the most important and solemn part of the ceremony, the conferral of commencement awards to the students who have successfully completed their academic requirements. We appreciate all your accomplishments and wish you all success in your life. I request our Vice Principal, Mrs. Julie Esther Lewis, to read the commencement charge before we honor the students with the commencement awards.
Dear students, congratulations on your successful completion of the required course of study in class 10 or 12 on this commencement day, February 10, 2024. This is a historic day for you, your loving parents, and for all of us. Today, we confer upon you the honor of an alumnus or alumna of Little Rock Indian School. Your presence in the school has contributed to the growth and enrichment of this institution. The happy memories of this association will linger in our minds. We trained you to love God and to love people. We try to inculcate in you the values of honesty, truthfulness, tolerance, compassion, and above all, love of your brethren and the community at large. We believe that you will live by these values at all times. We love you and wish the best for you. Continue to be studious, responsible, and sensitive as you prepare yourself to go out into the world in pursuit of higher education and a career. We hope that you will be able to face the world with courage and fortitude. We pray that you will accomplish your dreams and, more importantly, become a useful citizen of our country. You are always welcome to this campus. Wherever you go, you will be a part of the Little Rock family. Remember, others will know the Little Rock through you. We charge you to conduct yourself with due dignity and finesse of character, such that your alma mater will be proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. It's the time to present the commencement awards to the students. Let me introduce the guest of honor of the day, Dr. Shailaja Shastri. Dr. Shailaja Shastri is a psychologist who is currently the director, Research and School Mental Health, YourDOST. She has earlier been Dean of Liberal Arts and Professor of Psychology at the Jagaran Lake City University, Bhopal, and Professor and Head of the Department of Psychology at Jain University. She is also the founder director of TRI, Training and Research Initiatives. Her areas of specialization include teacher training, parenting skills training, counseling and assessment, life skill training, and corporate training. A PhD in psychology, she has conducted over 700 workshops and trained over 20,000 participants at multiple levels. I request Dr. Shailaja Shastri to present the commencement awards to the students of classes 10A and 10B. I call upon class teachers of classes 10 and 12 to read out the names of their students.
Adya Lohita, Akanksha, Anusri Serigadiyar, Aisha Mohammed Hanif, Gauri S. Nayak, Harshini G. Acharya, Jessica Thomas H., Jewel Miriana Alisa D'Souza, Karen Enrica Luis, Naina S., Ria Rebello, Sanvi V. Shetty, Shreya G. Kamath, Tanvi N., Trisha Shetty B., Vaishnavi Puranik, Vamshika Ji, Vibha Kamath, Vishishta Prakash, Abhay S. Bhatt, Abhinav Kini, Akshaj S.N., Anshul P. Shetty, Anvish B., Bhuvan Shetty, Jnanesh Gowda H.P., Harikrishna C. Gowda, Jeswin Gonsalves, Mithun Rao, Navaneet Nayak A., Preetam M. Nayak, Ranganath Sridhar Paike, Ronan Daniel Lewis, Sambram P. Shetty, Shashank S. Prabhu, Sriram Hegde, Sujay R., and Swagat Shetty.
Class 10B, Adya S. Kamath, Aditi Kiran, Ashika Shetty B., Aurel Shona Pindo, Camilla Madeline D'Souza,
Danya Shetty, Kritina S. Hegde, Manaswini R, Meghana Nayak, Nantika T. Kundar, Rohana R, Roshni Devdas Suvarna, Sanvi D, Sharvari U. Anchan, Shreya H. Chaudhary, Srishti Ashok Zende, Swata, Varnita Salian, Vivika Lucia Picado, Advik R. Shetty, Akshay Adigapi, Arjun N. Suvarna, Arya M. Belve, Ashpreet P. Amin, Astil D'Souza, Avanish Kumar K, Bhargav V. Acharya, McNeil Suarez, Malank S. Shetty, Muhammad Hisham Hussain, Pavan Rao, Pradhan Arun Shetty, Pranav Nayak, Prithviraj K, Suham S. Shetty, Sujal Jayashil Shetty, Sunag R, and Tejas D. Shetty. Thank you, ma'am.
I request our Deputy Director, Mrs. Laili A. Matthew, to give commencement awards to students of classes 10C and 10B. Avani Prakash Naik, Deepthi Kini, Farha Sabu, Fiona Janice D'Souza, Nandini Hegde, Pujita Shanoy, Pranavi Patel, Prerana, Rajana Naidu, Riham Rahmat Khan, Sakshi Srikant Hudar, Samanvi V, Sanvi Shetty, Satviki U Sandeep, Sherlyn Dice, Shraddha P. Karkera, Simono Tavaro, Tanvi Kanchan, Tanmay Bhatt, Advait Udaya, Angit B. Dable, Avanish Manoj Nista, Chinmay M, Devik Jadesh Kumar, Ishan Upadhyaya, Gandharva Krishna Kalakar, Gaurav G. Naik, Karthik Shanoy, Mohak, Pranav J, Pratidara L. Karant, Prabal P. Shetty, Rajat S. Bangera, Saith Shaji Palakatu, Shrayan N. Shetty, Sohan Giri Reddy, Swaroop A. Shetty, Tarosh Gobinatha Shetty, and Takshak Das Shettikar.
Class 10D, Aditi Subhash Chandra Sankalkar, Ananya Arur, Brinda, Gautami R. Kamath, Jaitra Maya, Mithali Shetty, Nenapu Nadava, Pujita S. Kundar, Purvi N. Havaldar, Prapti Shetty, Rida Fatima, Sanvi H. Suvarna, Sara Naufa, Shabari, Shakti Shetty, Shipra Chatra S, Shriya MG, Shruti S. Prabhu, Vaibhavi, Abhishta C. Naik, Aristo Nazrat, Bhuvan S. Kerutagi, Harshit R.K., Hriday Pujari, Ishan A. Upur, Mitanshu G. Shetty, Nishant N. Pujari, Prakar Adiga B, Rajveer Amrutraj Acharya, Rathan M. Kotian, Sriram K. Hebbar, Sushant Pujari TK, Tanay Bijur, Tanush Rao K, Tanmit D. Naik, Velroy Dixon D'Souza, Veril D'Souza, and Vivan J. Shetty. Thank you, ma'am.
May I request our Vice Principal, Mr. Harishna D, to give away the awards to classes 10E and 10F. Class 10E, Avni Bhatt, Bhargavi Rao, Bhumika G. Adahalli, Disha Rajesh Bhatt, Hiranmai, Ila Kidiyu, Kushi Samant, Lavanya K. Nayak, Purvi Y. Shetty, Priyanka Ravi Devadiga, Sanvi S. Shetty, Shreya G. Kamath, Siona Martina, Spandana N, Tanmay R. Aradhya, Tanvi, Vaishnavi Prabhu, Varsha R. Shastri, Vismita Vivekan Nayak, Adesh Ganiga, Ajay S. Bhatt, Arnav B. Kolha, Ashan V. Shetty, Chirag, Darshil D. Shetty, Jaydeep N, Jayasurya Nutaki, Navneet Prabhu, Neil D'Souza, Pranav Kulkarni, Pradit Kumar Shetty, Rishit G. Shetty, Ritvik, Samat U. Sadhana, Satik V. Patel, Sohan Acharya, Srinidhi S. Kamath, Swastik S. Prabhu, and Vidat V. Kamath.
Class 10F, Amisha V. Shetty, Anagapriya, Ananya Y. Bangera, Siona D'Souza, Kushi N. Suvarna, Khyati Lakshmi, Shiti S, Manasa R. Salyan, Melanie Lobo, Nidhi M. Shetty, Niyati Niranjana Shetty, Pooja K, Risha Pramod, Samiksha Shetty, Sanmay Shetty, Shivani Rao, Shravya Ullas, Siri S, Tanvi V. Shetty, Achintya S, Alan Jude Fernandez, Anurag S. Shirsat, Pauline Dennis Krasta, Fidel Anand Matthews, Likhit S. Shettigar, Manvit P. Amin, Nathan Samuel James, Nihal D. Rao, Shashank Sudhir Kumar Pujar, Sheikh Mohammad Arsh, Shlok P. Shetty, Shamant Hepar, Sumuk M. Nairi, Tanish N. Pujari, Tanish Shetty, Toshit Vidyalakshmi Devadiga, Vibhushit, and Vikhyat V. Hegde. Thank you, sir.
I request our Prize Principal, Mrs. Julie Esther Lewis, to give away the awards to classes 10G and 10H students. Aishwarya Virendra Gaudar, Drisha P. Raj, Kavya N, Khushi S. Nairi, Latika S. Pujari, Naisha Satish Amin, Nidhi, Purvi Chhatra, Prarthana Kanchan, Riola Mendonça, Sakshi S. Nayak, Sanskriti N. Bhatt, Sanvi Ravindra, Sarah Elizabeth Baiju, Shavari Chondama M, Shreya S.M, Sinjana Shetty, Tanvi Shetty, Vismaya VK, Abhinav Shetty H, Advait Amin, Aran Abbas, Aryan Pai, Atharv CN, Daksh Dheeraj Shetty, Dhruv Pai, Hamza Akbar Shamsuddin, Manoj Kumar Patil, Nitish S. Bolar, Nihar R. Devadiga, Nishant Rao B, Pranav Kamath, Sadhan Prabhu, Sai Samarth BP, Samit S. Shetty, Sanket Hegde, Srihan Shetty, Yashchit Sujit Shetty,
Class 10H, Ashita Padgar, Aishwarya N. Shetty, Anaga Prabhu A, Apeksha Mahesh Salian, Riti U. Shetty, Diya Shashidhar Salian, Elita Angel Lobo, Ganayan, Purna Yogish Dhara, Prachi S. Shetty, Riya Prakash Shetty, Rochana Priya, Samiksha Pujari, Sanvi Shetty, Tanushri Santosh Kumar, Tanushri H. Patil, Vaishnavi, Abhinav Shetty, Adrist Ashok Hegde M, Dishan Harish, Dhyan D. Nanda, Digvijay Shetty Bananje, Diven Naveen Pujari, Gaurav K, Kishan, Manvit Tolar, Pritam Pujari, Raivatar Shetty, Raddeep SK, Ramcharan, Sharvil, Shreyas Nayak,
Shisha Shanubhag, Suhal Kalmadi, Trishan Harish Kundar, Vaibhav KR, Vaishnav KM Holla, and Vignesh K. Pujari. Thank you, ma'am.
I request our principal, Dr. John Thomas, to give away the commencement awards to the students of Class 12. Class 12 Biology Stream, Aiza Sunera. Alvita Fernandez. Ananya M. Nayak. Anvita Kodavur. Ashita J. Ashwini D. Nayak. Drishya K. Shetty. Elita Maria Pereira. Gopika Sudhir Murkot. Hani Beskur. Kashvi B. Shetty. Kushi Madhav Mendon. Kriti K. Shetty. Kshema B.R. Niharika Shetty. Pearl Andrea D'Souza. Vaidehi Rao. Rahila Banu. Rupa. Shravya Subhash Chandra Shetty. Sinchana S. Shetty. Snow Saju. Trisha M.S. Aniket Nagaraj Prabhu. Ivans K. Manoj. Gautam Salian. Mohammad Unez. Rohit Ram. Sayan Iqbal. Shakti Prasad J. Shetty. Shashidhar Melanta U. Tushar P.K. and Vaibhav Rai.
Class 12 Computer Stream, Ashwini KG. Harini S. Jenna and Sonali Shrestha Shetty. Kriti K. Acharya. Neha Kundar, Pratishta Shetty, Safa Salahuddin Sahib, Shravya Patil, Shreya Karunakara Mogavira, Tanya Bhatt, Vaishali Vittal Molya, Adi Shetty, Ashman Hegde, Akarsh Pujari, Anirudh Elluri, Arhan Suhas Jain, Arman Adil, Ashmit Esheriga, Dikshit Shetty, Jnanesh Reddy R, Kirsten Wilfred Coelho, Minol Aaron Fernandez, Mohammad Rehan Salim, Mohammad Shiad, Nishant, Pavan, Pavan R, Pratik Kini M, Rishon D. D'Souza, Rohan Rajesh Bangera, Shrivas Manoj Shetty, Vidyadhar Nayak S, Thank you, sir. Thank you, teachers. Dear students, as you leave the portals of this institution, where you have been well protected, expect that challenges are awaiting you out there in the world. But understand that Little Rock has armed you well enough to face and overcome all those challenges. As an alumnus of this great institution, never allow any selfish interest to disfigure the integrity that you have nurtured over your time here. Let's affirm it through a pledge. I request Shashidhar Melanta U of Class 12A to administer the pledge.
Kindly stand up for the pledge and stretch your right hand, palm facing the floor. Please repeat after me. As a student of Little Rock Indian School, in the presence of all assembled here, I accept the debt I owe to my alma mater. I acknowledge the training I received to love God and love people, and for the learning I received here. These will form the foundation of my future life. I promise to uphold the dignity of my school in whatever I do and wherever I go. I dedicate myself to do my best to practice the virtues and values I imbibed throughout my education here. I promise that I will lead a life of dignity and decorum, carrying the insignia of Little Rock. I pledge the best of my life and loyalty to my alma mater. Please be seated. Thank you.
Thank you, Shashidhar. May this pledge lead all of you and help you to take right decisions in your life. Today, Dr. Sandeep Shastri is with us as the commencement speaker. I call upon our Vice Principal, Mr. Harikrishna D, to introduce Dr. Sandeep Shastri to the audience.
Good morning to everyone present here. With a lot of happiness, I introduce the commencement speaker, Dr. Sandeep Shastri, to you. Dr. Sandeep Shastri is the Director Academics of Nitte Education Trust, Bangalore. He was earlier the Vice Chancellor of Jagran Lake City University, Bhopal, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Jain University, Bengaluru, and the faculty in the Department of Political Science of Bangalore University. Over the last 4 decades, Dr. Shastri's research has been in the fields of election studies, federalism, and political institutions and processes. He has authored 15 books and written numerous articles in the prestigious journals besides the leading national and international newspapers. Dr. Shastri has been a consultant to the National Education Policy Committee and is a popular political commentator who appears frequently on India Today TV, NDTV, and Republic TV. He is also a consultant to prestigious international bodies like the United Nations, World Bank, and the Forum of Federations. Dr. Shastri has lectured extensively across the world and spoken in more than 50 countries. He has also been Ford Foundation Fellow and Indo-Canadian Fellow. He prefers to describe himself as a teacher by instinct, researcher by choice, trainer by passion, and above all, a lifelong learner. Sir, with much love and respect, I invite you to deliver the commencement address. Thank you.
My dear respected students, their proud parents, their equally proud teachers, my fellow guests on the dais, let me say what a special honor it is to be back at Little Rock, and that too for your commencement ceremony. I have always been amazed at the wonderful work that all of you do at Little Rock, and I must acknowledge my friendship and learning from Mr. Matthew Nyman, who I think is a teacher among leaders and a leader among teachers. Thank you, sir, for having me here and for having Dr. Shailaja here for this function. We deem it an honor to be here and a blessing to be amongst you lovely people here. Can I request all the students who celebrate their commencement day today, can I request all of you to please stand up? Can I request all of you to applaud your parents who have brought you to where you are today? Can I request the students to remain standing? Can I request the parents to please rise? Can I request the parents and students to applaud all the teachers who made your students what they are? May I request the students to please be seated? Parents, please be standing. I'm sure your children will enjoy to see you standing and they're sitting. Can I request the teachers to please rise? Can I request all the teachers to please rise? And can you all together now give the loudest applause to your children who are today doing their commencement ceremony? Thank you so much. May I request everybody to please be seated. I do not have the eloquence of either Anvita or Kriti. They spoke so well, and I was becoming nervous as they started speaking because I had to follow up on what they were doing. Friends, today as you begin your commencement day, let me share with you all 4 important lessons of life and living. 4 important lessons which I want you to keep in mind when in life at different moments you need to make choices. And when you make these choices, I beseech you all to keep these 4 messages or these 4 lessons in mind. Lesson number 1. Follow the crowd and be like the many. No problem with that. Follow the crowd and be like the many. Or be a trailblazer yourself. Neither is wrong, neither is right, neither is good, neither is bad. It is your choice. Would you like to follow what everybody else does and be like everybody else? There is a joy in company. Or would you like to be a trailblazer? This is the first lesson. 140 years ago, 70 kilometers from here, a person began his life's journey. The year was 1883. Even before the 20th century started, at the age of 15, he ran away from here to Mumbai. It was a journey which took him 2 weeks because he had no money in his pocket. He had to keep asking people for help, and he reached Mumbai finally. Worked various jobs along the way at Mumbai. And by the year 1935, he had started the first company in Bombay to supply surgical instruments, a company called Bombay Surgical Company. And where did this journey begin? By running away from here without a single paisa in his pocket and reaching Mumbai. From the 1930 onwards, he built that Bombay Surgical Company. Young boys from my community who went in search for jobs in Mumbai in the 1950s and 60s automatically went to his house and stayed in his house until such time as they could have their own house. Today, when I meet people who had their education in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s from my community, I have still to find one who tells me that he did not get a scholarship funded by this person. I often tell Dr. Shailaja, I often tell our son that we 3 enjoy the goodwill in the world because this person was my maternal grandfather. I remember as a small child of 8 when I used to go to their house in Mumbai in the 1960s. There used to be a minimum of 100 people to eat lunch and dinner at home. Minimum of 100 people. And I was told to sit among all of them and have my dinner or my lunch. And there I learned my lesson of equality. There I learned, irrespective of who you are, you sat together and ate together. For me, my grandfather was a trailblazer. And even today, though it is 48 years since he left this world, I still remember those important lessons. Now we have a choice. Would I want to be a trailblazer? Would I like to be like everybody else? And there is a joy in both the lives. You can Google later. There is somebody called Anshu Jain, who was the first Indian to be the co-CEO of an international bank, the Deutsche Bank. Unfortunately, he died at 59 of cancer. He was my classmate in school. And he was hardly ever recognized in our class as being somebody unique or special. And each of us classmates are proud of Anshu for what he did, because none of us achieved what he did. So, my first question I raise with you all, trailblazer or somebody who goes like everybody else? My second lesson is something which got strengthened in me after I met Matthew Nynan sir. Can you work with passion, lead with compassion, and achieve with conviction? At every turning point in your life, can you ask yourself these three questions? Can I work with passion, even in the next 6 months as you prepare for your exams? Can I work with passion? Can I lead with compassion? And can I achieve with conviction? There was a young man who believed that nobody ever praised the good work that he was doing. His colleague said, anyway, you are being paid a salary for this, so why should we praise you? His boss said, you could do it much better next time. So he was very disappointed. Why is it that nobody is giving me credit for what I do? He sat down for breakfast. Mums, as always mums do, noticed that there is something wrong with him today. And she asked him, what's wrong with you today? He said, no, Mama, nobody praises me for what I do, so I'm not going to do anything special from today. Mama said, okay, have your breakfast first and then we decide this. He gobbled down his breakfast like he always did, because he was a foodie, like me and like many of you. And after he had had his breakfast, his mother asked him, you are now 29 years old. Yes, Mama. Last 25 years, since you were 4 years old, you have sat on this table and had your breakfast. Yes, Mama. Even once in those 25 years, have you told me that breakfast was tasty? He said, no, Mama. I knew you knew that it is tasty. But I did not stop making good breakfast because you did not tell me. I make good breakfast for you, and I'm sure mamas will be very happy. And if you're happy, please clap for what I'm saying. The mama said, I continue to make good breakfast for you because that makes me happy. I'm not worried about whether it makes you happy. Work with passion. And whatever you do, when you do it with passion, and when you relate to others with compassion, your achievement will be one of conviction. The last book I wrote was on one of India's prime ministers, Lal Bahadur Shastri. This book came out 2 years back. I know one of the most glowing tributes to me for that book came from Sir, who after reading it sent me a message about the book. And I want to share with you one thing about Lal Bahadur Shastri, who was India's prime minister only for 17 months. 1 month after he became prime minister, he had a heart attack. 1 month after becoming prime minister, he had a heart attack. Doctor told him, slow down, slow down. He said, no. I have been made the prime minister to lead the country. I'm going to lead the country and not slow down, even if my health is affected. And you know how he used to get people to work with him? He wouldn't ask them, will you work for me? He would say, can I work with you? And who can tell you, no, you cannot work with me? His phrase used to be, can you work with me? His secretary records in his book that one day he came up to me when I was not his secretary and said, can I work with you? Now, as prime minister, he's asking you, can I work with you? And obviously that person had to say yes and said, come, let's go to my office and here is your room from now onwards. Working with passion, leading with compassion, and achieving with conviction. My third lesson. Everybody who is today part of the commencement ceremony has, I'm sure, been born between 2006 and 2011. All those in 10th and 12th are either 2006 or 2011-12, that age group. Which means you are all products of the first 15 years of the 21st century. You are all 21st century generation. And the lesson of life I want to ask you is, being a 21st century individual, can you be a global citizen firmly rooted in the ground you belong to? Wherever you go, however high you soar, whichever land you reach, can you remember the roots that you came from? I'll just take an example. The last time I was in the United States, I happened to see someone who looked very much like from India there. And we both sat in the bus to go somewhere. And he had his iPhones on. And therefore he was nodding his head. First I thought he's nodding at me and telling me something. Then I realized, no. He is nodding his head for what he is listening. After some time, he took it out and looked at me, and we started talking. And then I asked him, what are you listening to? He was an IT professional working in the Bay Area in the United States. What are you listening to? He offered me one earphone and put one back in his ear. He was listening to Carnatic music played at his home, and he was listening to the conversations his parents were having, because he said, I listen to this every day when I'm free because it leads me back to my roots. Many years ago, when teaching at the University of California at Berkeley, again I met a group of students. They asked me, sir, what do you do on Saturdays and Sundays? I was there for 8 weeks. What are you doing on Saturday and Sunday? I said, nothing. So why don't we spend it together? I said, sure. And what would we do on Saturday, Sunday? We would discuss, most of them were from Karnataka, we would discuss what is happening in Bangalore. And do you know what? All these boys and girls used to know what is happening in Karnataka before we knew what is happening in Karnataka. Because when they got up, it was still midnight here, and they used to already read the next day's newspapers before we used to read the newspapers. Sitting abroad. We used to have cricket matches in the US. And you know what the teams were? Bangalore versus Udupi. We once had a match, I think, between Malleshwaram and Jayanagar, two townships within Bangalore. And they said, we want to play these matches because we want to remember our roots. Friends, my fourth and last lesson. And I want you to think about this lesson very seriously. Life is a 20-kilometer marathon and not a 50-meter sprint. Life is not a 50-meter sprint which gets over even before it began. Life is a 20-kilometer marathon, and your patience is really tested when you come to the 17th and 18th kilometer. Can we have the patience, resilience, strength, capacity, courage, conviction to run that 20-meter race is the question I would like to ask each of you. Recently, Dr. Shailaja and I were privileged to celebrate the marriage of our son, for which Matthew Nainan sir and Lali ma'am joined us and blessed the couple. I remember when one of the functions was getting over, I was planning to now relax because all the guests had gone and everything was over. And there was one young man sitting there running around. I said, over, right? He said, sir, for you it's over. For me it begins now. Because I have to now clean up this entire place because there is another marriage function tomorrow taking place. So for you it's done. For me, it begins now. And I asked myself, and I asked my wife at night, is it really done for us? Or is one phase done? What do I mean by this? 10th done. But when 10th is done, 12th will come. When 12th is done, college will come. When college is done, work will come. When work will come and be done, promotions will come. When promotions will come and be done, new positions will come. When new positions will come, family will expand. When family will expand, new all of you are smiling, and especially families will expand. I don't know why. What is it I'm trying to say? Completing 10th and 12th, completing 12th is like a 50-meter race being over. But remember, there is a 20-kilometer marathon still there. And each milestone, each step needs to be crossed with the same level of intensity like you did for the previous. My last example for this marathon and race. I have been teaching now for 42 years. Maybe some of your parents also were not born at that point of time. Forget you. I started teaching in 1982. Since 1982, more than 20,000 students have allowed me to learn with them in their classroom. I have not taught anybody. These 20,000 boys and girls who have spent in the class with me have actually taught me. And they taught me life is a marathon. I remember at one farewell party, one of them said, "Sir, we are going away, but the next batch is much more problem for you." And the next batch said, "We are going away, but now wait for the next batch which is coming." And believe me, each batch, and I still teach, each batch is as exciting as the previous batch. Each stage of your life will be as exciting as the previous, as long as you look at it as a 20-kilometer race. One of my favorite students, who is today Additional Director General of Police in Karnataka, I remember in 1991, he came to me and said, "Sir, I want to crack the civil service exams." I said, "Very good. Will you help me with one paper which you are very good at?" I said, "Okay, let's both study." So for 1 year, we went through that paper, and he always tells everybody he got the highest marks in that paper. But first time, he did not get his dream, which was IAS or IPS. First time he got some customs service. No, this is not what I want. He wrote it again. This time he got railway service. No, not this. He wrote it again. And third time he got his police service. And each time he gets a promotion, he will call me up and say, "Sir, you are the first one to know of the promotion. I am now this, I am now this." And he reminds me, I had forgotten, he reminds me that I told him about 10-kilometer marathon and 50-meter race. He said, "Third, the 10-kilometer marathon is still on. It's still going on." He will retire in 2029. And he says, "Sir, wait for the milestones of the next 5 years, and I'll get back to you each time." Now his daughter wants to write the exam, and he's telling his daughter, "I want you to study with the one who taught me. Go back to him. He will guide you to be where you want to be." And at the end of his career, he has now registered for his PhD with me and says, "I began my education with you. I want to end it with you." I said, "You don't end it with me. You continue it after that also, but you complete a formal stage with me." So everybody, are we all ready for that 20-kilometer marathon? Exhausting, taxing, eventful, but believe me, very, very rewarding, very, very satisfying, very, very fulfilling. So friends, these are the 4 messages I want to leave you with. Can somebody help me with the 4? First one, would you want to move with the crowd, or would you want to be a trailblazer? That was the first point that I made. What was the second point I made? I myself forgot the second point. What was the second point I made? Work with passion, lead with compassion, and achieve with conviction. The third point, can I be a 21st century global citizen rooted in reality and where I began from? And lastly, can I walk, run, or complete the 20-kilometer marathon with energy at the end and not look at life as a 50-meter sprint? So as you commence your journey towards completing an important milestone in your life, think of these 4 messages and once again Congratulations to each of you. Compliments to every parent for having made you what you are, and to your teachers for having shown you the way and guided you the way forward. My best wishes to each and every one of you. Thank you for giving me such a patient hearing.
Thank you, sir, for taking time to share your knowledge and real-life experiences with us. As Dr. Shastri said, success in life is not for those who run fast, but for those who keep running and are always on the move. The deans of students shall announce the names of the students who made themselves eligible for the prestigious Academic Proficiency Awards.
It's time to give away the topmost category awards of class 10. I request our guest of honor, Dr. Shailaja Shastri, to give away the awards. Gauri S. Nayak, Trisha Shetty B, Vibha Kamath, Swagat Shetty, Roshni Devadas Suvarna, Advik R. Shetty, Pavan Rao, Farah Sabu, Prerana, Sanvi Shetty, Tanmay Bhatt, Chinmay M, Gaurav Ji Nayak, Mohak, Sohan Giri Reddy, Aditi Subhash Chandra Sangalkar, Ananya Aru, Jitra Maya, Mitali Shetty, Sriram K. Hebar, Mithanshu Shetty, Tanay Bijur, Bhargavi Rao Ji, Vismita Vivekananda Nayak, Ashwin V. Shetty, Anurag S. Shirsat, Likit S. Shettigar, Shamant Khabar, Sarah Elizabeth Baiju, Tanvi Shetty, Aryan Pai, Dhruv Pai, and Srihan Shetty. Over to Mrs. Bindu Jose.
The prize winners of the topmost category of class 12, Ashwini D. Nayak, Sayan Iqbal, Shashidhar Melanta U, Harini S. Jenna and Sonali Shrestha Shetty. Tanya Bhatt. Adir Shetty. Anirudh Yelluri. Kirsten Wilfred Coelho. And Vidyadhar Nayak, yes. Thank you, Madam. I now request Mrs. Julie Esther Lewis to announce the Merit Awards for Class 10.
This is to certify that Roshni Devdas Suvarna of 10B, Prerna of Class 10C, and Sarah Elizabeth Baiju of Class 10E have been selected for the award of Merit Scholarship for the year 2023-24. This is in recognition of their consistently high academic achievements and good conduct during the year. They have stood out among the 306 students of Class 10 to make themselves eligible for this prestigious award. A check for ₹5,000 is enclosed herewith towards the Merit Scholarship to each of them. The management, principal, and staff of Little Rock congratulate Roshni, Prerna, and Sarah and their parents on this splendid achievement and wish them greater achievements in future. I now request our director, Professor Matthew C. Nainan, to give away these Merit Scholarship Awards. Roshni. Prerna and Sarah. We have a special award, the Award of Excellence, presented to a student who narrowly missed the Merit Scholarship Award. I'm happy to announce that this award goes to Chinmay M. of Class 10C. A check for $3,000 is enclosed herewith towards the Award of Excellence. The management, principal, and staff of Little Rock congratulate Chinmay and his parents on this splendid achievement and wish him greater achievements in future. Thank you, sir. I now call upon the Vice Principal, Mr. Harikrishna D., to announce the Merit Scholarship Awards of Class 12.
The Merit Scholarship Award for Class 12 go to Ashwini D. Nayak of Biology Stream and Jenna and Sonali Shrestha Shetty of Computer Science Stream. This is in recognition of their consistently high academic achievements and good conduct during the year. A check for ₹5,000 each is enclosed herewith toward the Merit Scholarship. I request our Director, Professor Matthew C. Nainan, to hand over these awards to Ashwini and Jenna. The management, principal, and staff of Little Rock congratulate Ashwini and Jenna and their parents on this splendid achievement. We also have a special award, the Award of Excellence, which is given to a student who narrowly misses the Merit Award. This award goes to Shashidhar Melanta of Class 12. A check for ₹3,000 is enclosed herewith. We congratulate Shashida and his parents on this commendable achievement. Thank you, sir. Congratulations to students.
Thank you, head teachers and deans of students. A few students of classes 10 and 12 would like to express their gratitude through a song.
Yeah.
Thank you, students, for the Thanksgiving song that revealed the deep-rooted connection to your school. Our director, Professor Matthew C. Nanan, is a distinguished scholar, a passionate educator, and a visionary leader. He has been instrumental in fostering a culture of academic excellence and social responsibility in students and faculty. I invite our esteemed director, Professor Matthew C. Nanan, to address the gathering.
Esteemed guests of this morning, Dr. Sandeep Shastri and Dr. Shailaja Shastri, others on the dais, guests, parents, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Sandeep Shastri and Dr. Shailaja Shastri for traveling all the way from Bangalore to spend some time with us and make this program truly memorable. I'm sure you will all carry the message of Dr. Shastri, a succinct, well-focused message, the right kind of message for the students who are involved in this commencement day. Also Dr. Shailaja Shastri, who came and gave away the awards. Though there is formal vote of thanks to follow, but I wish to acknowledge their presence, the pains they took to travel all the way from Bangalore to reach Bangalore yesterday and Brahmava this morning. It's out of their love for the institution and for us personally. They have both been here on earlier occasions, and so it's always a pleasure to have them with us. They really made the day beautiful and memorable. I wish to record our appreciation to both of them. Commencement Day, right from 2017 when we started this, has been one of the most solemn functions that we have. And I appreciate the fact that both students and parents have understood the solemnity and the seriousness of this program and have responded adequately. So I wish to congratulate the students and the parents for coming together today and for making this program a real great success. I wish to record our appreciation to all of them. Dear students, you are at the close of one chapter of your life and the commencement of the next chapter, whether you are in class 10 or in class 12. There is going to be a change. That's why we call it a commencement day. I would like to first of all focus on the students of class 12 who are completing their studies here and their parents. I understand that of the 65 students of class 12 who are completing their studies here, 40 of them have done 14 years of their schooling here. Out of 65, 40 of them have done 14 years of schooling here, right from kindergarten to class 12. The most impressionable period of their lives. Once an old student said, one who has spent so many years like you, said, even if we go out of Little Rock will not go out of us. I think that will be true of many of you. Maybe it will be true of parents too. I know parents who attend every parents' meeting, wouldn't miss a single parents' meeting, And some of them used to come and say in the last parents' meeting that we are sad that we would be missing these parents' meetings. A few of them even said they sometimes come to listen to me, though I know I am not a great speaker, but maybe some of the things that I tell them come from my heart of hearts, and maybe that touches them, and they think that they hear something really meaningful from me. So, to the parents of class 12, maybe this is the last time you would listen to me, so please listen to me just one more time. I thank you because you have entrusted your children to us for the last 14 or 15 years. That's a very serious decision that you have made. We believe that we teachers, we have done the best for your children. Perhaps time will prove that Little Rock was the best thing that happened in their lives. I was going through the feedback given by the students. We always give feedback forms to the students, particularly of classes 10 and 12, to know what they have experienced here, what they have to say about the school. And I must say, I was really fascinated by one fact, namely that the students have great appreciation for the school. Usually, familiarity breeds contempt syndrome. There is a syndrome called familiarity breeds contempt. That syndrome will operate. But it was a great surprise to me to read through the feedback forms of class 12 students. About class 10, I will tell you a little later. Class 12 students, how they appreciate every small thing that they have experienced here in this school. They have appreciated the work done by the teachers. There was wholesome praise for the teachers who taught them with great care, with great patience, great understanding, always motivating them to do their best. So there has been a lot of praise for the teachers. I am sure they really deserved it. In fact, they have seen through the school. They have seen the school through and through. They know the school thoroughly well. And so nobody need to tell them anything about Little Rock. Little Rock is in the palm of their hand. They breathe Little Rock, and they have been an integral part of Little Rock. From the records of the past few years, I would like to tell the parents a few things about your decision to admit your children here in classes 11 and 12. From the 2021-22 batch, out of the 57 students who were in the PCMB stream, 17 of them are doing their MBBS and BDS studies, and 14 of them are in some other allied medical studies, and 20 of them are doing engineering degree. Of the 29 computer science students, 26 of them are doing engineering. The rest of them branched out to other graduate programs. About 2022-23 batch, out of the 50 PCMB students, half of them are in medical schools and the rest of them in engineering. And from the computer science batch, out of the 25, 22 are doing engineering, and 1 in NIFT and 2 BSc computer science. What I want to tell you is this, that I want to convince you that all of the parents of classes 12 now, that our students have consistently been getting into the best of colleges and universities and doing well. We have a brilliant track record for the last 29 years. This is the 30th batch of class 12 and 32nd batch of class 10. And to the class 12 students, I should tell you this. that even now it is not too late. Some of you perhaps need to get a little more serious about your study. Gear up a little more, and you need to work really hard. We have no more time to waste. Put your heart and soul into your work, and I am sure every one of you has the caliber to succeed. Only thing is, you should be focused and determined in what you do. Now, I would like to tell the class 10 students and their parents something. We have 306 students now completing 10th year. I think all of them were present today. Not a single student was absent today, which means that if we are serious about anything, it's possible that we make it. So 306 plus 65, that is a good number, and not a single student was absent. Now, out of these 306, nearly 200 of them started here from kindergarten, which means around 230 to 240 students were admitted here in kindergarten. And you all walked in as small little children. And that's a great pleasure that we always have, that small children come to us and we are able to teach them, train them, and make them bigger children, adolescent, and they fly out into the world. That's a great pleasure. Today, I was watching one student whose picture was on our prospectus cover when that student was in kindergarten. I don't want to name that student. Similarly, there was another student who was not sure whether she should join here for 11 or 12. And the parents and the girl came to me 2 years ago, and they were still debating whether to join here or not. And she was one of them who compared our school day. And she was trying to say how happy she is today, how that decision has been a great turning point in her life. So that could be said about many of them. So what I am trying to say is, when children join the school as small children, each student is a bundle of promise. Each student is a bundle of promise. And when they grow up and become brilliant students and go out into the world and make a good name for themselves and for their families, we also feel greatly proud of them. Now to the students and the parents of class 10, I think this is an occasion when I must tell them, because some of them are perhaps still not sure. They are yet to make a decision whether to admit their children here in 11 and 12 or take them elsewhere. I think this is an opportunity and a duty and a responsibility on my part to tell you what it is like if you are yet to make a decision. First of all, I don't know how you make a decision. Based on what? I don't know whether parents make the decision or students make the decision, or you make the decision jointly, and on what basis. So I want to give you some facts and figures. I'm sure those of you who regularly read the newspaper would have come across a report just about 10 days ago. The government of India constituted an expert committee, and they have come out with some guidelines for coaching institutions. See, we have so many coaching institutions these days. They have come out with a document. If you can go to the net, you can read them, 11-page document. Why this happened is because lots of suicides are happening. The reported suicides themselves are 29 from one single city, which is the capital of coaching. 29 students, and many of them have left suicide notes saying that we can't take this pressure. Students are put to unnecessary pressure. So the guidelines from the government has come, and they have very clearly stipulated certain norms for running these coaching institutions. And many students become victims of this. Now look at the example of our class 11 and 12 students who completed their studies here. Every one of them is well placed. Every one of them has got seats in very prestigious colleges and universities. Nothing has gone wrong with them. And what's the advantages? The advantage they must have had here. That is, here, when they study the syllabus properly, they are trained indirectly for all of these tests, whether it is NEET or JEE or whatever. But alongside, these students also get trained in so many other areas. Like they get trained in conducting seminars, presentations, addressing audiences, group work, and all of these things. So many life skills, so many social skills are developed when they are here, and that helps them in the long run. So what I would like to tell you is, when you make a decision, you must make a decision carefully. Don't go after that bandwagon. Dr. Shastri said, you can follow the crowd. Maybe that's an easy option. That's what I named it as bandwagon. Everybody gets onto it, we get onto it. Or you want to be a trailblazer, you want to strike a path of your own, you want to hit a road which is not yet taken, it's possible. Don't just be following other people. This is some kind of an addiction today. Any addiction is bad. This coaching addiction also is bad. Now we have another kind of thing, integrated colleges, new institutions coming up saying that they will teach the actual syllabus and also they will do integrated coaching. Actually, all these are against law. There are rules against CBSE and PU classes and conducting coaching classes alongside and charging them. But they charge huge fees and they do it. So what happened is lots of students become victims of this. In the feedback form, I have read many students saying that we want to have more extracurricular activities. We want to have one more PT period. Every day one PT period. And they are the same students who are going and joining these coaching institutions. And in my article recently I said, many of these coaching institutions have followed the poultry farm approach. Poultry farm means the hens are fed and they are not allowed to go anywhere and they are asked to lay eggs. Their only business is eat and lay eggs. They have no extracurricular activities. They are not allowed to go out. That's what is happening in many of these institutions. All this is not needed. Students who are regular and systematic in their studies and study in an institution like ours, it is more than enough. That will take care of everything. Now, what is this rat race for? The IIT. Very big name, IIT. 1 or 2% of the students only make it to the IIT. The rest of them join other institutions. And for that, you don't have to go through this grind. There is no need for it. The government, in my article I said, the government should see that more IITs or similar institutions are created. Because these 1 or 2 are selected, 1 or 2% are selected. What about the rest of them? It's not that they are not intelligent. They are also intelligent. See, it is average intelligence that is needed for you to succeed. You don't need any extraordinary intelligence to succeed. Most of you have sufficient intelligence to succeed. The only thing is you must work really hard. You must concentrate on what you do and you must be sincere in your work. That is all. But spending 12 hours a day in coaching after coaching, test after test, it doesn't make any much difference. The only difference it will make is you will have a thwarted personality, distorted personality. You need games, you need recreation, you need all of these things for a balanced growth. If you have only test material to swallow every day, then you will become a robot and nothing else, nothing other than that. So I would like to tell all of you the danger of getting into institutions where coaching is a grind. Now they have anyway, fortunately for us, they have said no coaching up to 16 years of age. Because now some coaching institutions take students from class 5, 6, and I don't know when they will start it from kindergarten itself. Coaching from kindergarten, they call it foundation course. Parents are easily taken in. Parents are easily impressed by this. Look at the full page advertisements will come. Results days, you just look at the newspapers. Full page advertisements for many days. It will mean several crores, not lakhs. But institutions like Little Rock cannot advertise like that. We don't have that kind of money. The distinction is this: coaching institutions are commercial institutions. We are not. We are not here to make profit. Every single pie that comes into this institution is plowed back into this institution. We mean quality. We look at quality of the institutions. So my plea before all of you is this, that you have to take decisions carefully. You still have the time to take decisions carefully. You have been here, children, you have been here for 12 years, you want to go to a college perhaps, or you want to go to a different place, but these different places are oftentimes recipes for failure and trouble. We are going through a time when youngsters are driven to drugs, driven to alcohol, driven to all kinds of substances. So I would like to tell you, parents and children, to be careful. To be careful, because we cannot but say this, because if we don't say this, we would not have completed our responsibility. Some students may find fault with things, but I have seen from the feedback form one thing, that students who are very good in studies, they very rarely find fault with things. Students who neglect their studies are the ones who find fault with everything. A bad workman always blames his tools. A bad workman blames his tools. Now I would like to tell all of you this, students, do your work, be serious about what you are doing, listen to your parents. Heed to your parents' advice. Your parents keep telling you to study, to come home early, and not to waste your time. Sometimes you don't like to hear these things, but as parents, as teachers, we must tell you these things, because nobody in the world is so much concerned about you as your parents. They have given you life, and their concern is your welfare. So they may not always be telling you things which will please you. That's not our business. Parents and teachers, we need to tell you what is good for you, even if you are not very happy to listen to that. So love and respect your parents and teachers, and your parents in particular, because they have sacrificed so much. I know parents who sometimes struggle to pay the fees, so they have sacrificed so much to send you to school here. Don't make them spend lakhs together to tell you to go to coaching institutions where it is not needed. Your professional education later perhaps will need all that money. Even if your parents are well-to-do, sometimes your parents are not that well-to-do, but they don't tell you that they have financial problems. So don't be carried away by their confidence and their willingness to spend. Sometimes they spend even when they don't have money to spend. A note of warning to the youngsters. We hear of so many accidents these days. Even today there is an accident. An engineering student in a Bangalore college met with an accident on a two-wheeler and got killed on the spot. Youngsters with two-wheelers, sometimes without license, even when they are not yet 18 years. 18 years with license, with sufficient practice, and with great care, only you must handle two-wheelers. Even four-wheelers are to be handled with great care. We don't want a situation where young children lose their lives out of sheer rashness or carelessness. So I want children at this stage, because this is the most vulnerable period of your life, two-wheelers and speed and all of those things. If you don't take that seriously, if you don't heed this advice, I am sad to say that it can be very dangerous. So sometimes when your parents ask you not to ride a two-wheeler, you don't like to hear that. But they say that because they want to protect your lives. I wish to tell you all, parents and students, once again, we want God to bless you. And we thank you for attending this program and for cooperating with the institution at all stages. And in conclusion, as a school, we believe that we have done our best to help your children and chart a course that is destined for success. As an institution, we have no other motives. We have no other agenda. Our only agenda, one single agenda, is to give the best deal to our children. And even if perhaps you do not understand this, you will understand it sooner or later. By and large, people know that this institution stands for quality. It is not meant for anything else other than quality. And so our prayers and good wishes will always be with you. And take care and do your duties well, and make sure that you do the CPSE exams that's to come very soon well. You all have the capacity to do it, but you need to work hard, and you need to work with concentration, with determination. And our good wishes, best wishes will always be with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for always prioritizing the students and staff of Little Rock Indian School and making constant efforts to raise the bar for achieving excellence in education. The attitude that helps us build strong relationships is gratitude. It creates a more supportive and vibrant community. Hamza Akbar Shamsuddin of Class 10G will propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning, distinguished guests on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear friends. As we have come to the culmination of our academic journey at Little Rock Indian School, it is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of everyone present here. The essence of fruit is always tested in its seed, and the seed of LRIS was laid by our dear founders, late Dr. C.T. Abraham and late Mrs. Alice Abraham. My deep sense of thanks and appreciation goes to our founders for building this school of prominence, where so many batches of students have been benefited from this abode of learning to set a benchmark in the world outside. On behalf of all present here, my reverence to these great souls. I should mention the deep sense of admiration for our distinguished guest, Dr. Sandeep Shastri. Sir, your wisdom, expertise, and guidance are truly appreciated, and we are grateful to you for the insights you have shared with us. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank our guest of honor, Dr. Shailaja Shastri. Madam, your presence here has added immense value to this solemn ceremony and inspiration to all. Thank you, madam. I would like to extend our sincere thanks to our esteemed director, Professor Matthew C. Ninan. Sir, for his great vision and mission. Sir, under your guidance, our school has flourished, and we are grateful to you for your tireless efforts in providing us with a nurturing environment to learn and grow. Thank you very much, sir. We have been fortunate to be supported by our Deputy Director, Mrs. Lali A. Matthew. Madam, your unflinching faith in us has always boosted our morale. Thank you, madam. A special mention of our venerable principal, Dr. John Thomas, for being the catalyst that has always inspired us to do our best and stand as a pillar of support. Thank you, sir. We would like to acknowledge our gratitude to our Vice Principals, Mr. Hari Krishna D. and Mrs. Julia Esther Lewis, for everything they have done for nurturing us to be the people we are today. Thank you, sir and madam. Let me extend our gratitude to all the members of the faculty and staff of Little Rock Indian School. Their dedication, sincerity, and hard work have been instrumental in our academic and personal growth. Their unfaltering support and confidence in us has been a guiding force for every new step forward. We are truly grateful for everything you have done for us. To our parents and families, thank you for your endless love, support, and sacrifices. Your tireless belief in us and your constant encouragement have been a driving force behind our achievements, and we are forever grateful for everything you have been doing to help us work to our fullest potential. And finally, to my fellow students, congratulations on reaching this significant milestone in our educational journey. As we stand on the brink of a new chapter in our lives, let us carry the lessons we have learned here with us and continue to strive for excellence in everything we do. Thank you, friends, for the beautiful times we all had together. On a concluding note, I would like to thank everyone who has contributed in making this Commencement Day ceremony a memorable one. Your presence and support mean a lot to us, and we are truly grateful for your unwavering support. I wish everyone success and good health. Cheers and best regards. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamza. We would like to present a memento each to Dr. Sandeep Shastri and Dr. Shailaja Shastri. I request our director, Professor Matthew C. Nainen, to present the memento to Dr. Sandeep Shastri. Thank you, sir. Our principal, Dr. John Thomas, will now present the memento to Dr. Shailaja Shastri. May this memento serve as a souvenir of our gratitude and profound admiration for both of you. Thank you, sir and madam. We have come to the end of this program. Dear Little Rockers, some of you are leaving the institution which nurtured you for many years. Be kind and good to people you meet. Listen to your parents, teachers, and elders to guide you on your journey to greatness. Dream big and be optimistic about what you do. Believe in yourself and know that there is something in you that is greater than any obstacle. March confidently in the direction of your dreams and live a worthy life. Our blessings and prayers are always with you. I request all of you to rise as the teachers sing the farewell song, followed by the national anthem. Please remain standing as the recessional begins.